I can make running fun. Ooh. Yeah, okay. You came to the right video if you want to know how to make running fun. Yeah, you heard it correctly. Coming from a person who really hated running. And still sometimes do, okay? It's not like all of a sudden I'm cured and I will never hate running anymore, ever. But mainly, I don't hate it anymore. So, let me tell you a little bit about it. I'll first tell you a bit more about how it used to be. How probably at least some of you guys experience running right now. So you're like, okay, I kind of want to like be healthy or kind of want to lose some weight or yeah, it's just good for me or like, I feel like I should be running, whatever. For whatever reason, you decide that you need to go running. And it's mainly for health benefits. Um, so yeah, you start running, and after a couple of minutes, you get tired. And then you keep training, and you train, and you train, and you time it, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm getting better, I'm getting better. And at some point, you're at half an hour and you're like, oh, fuck, this shit is so boring. And then you're at 45 minutes and you're like, oh my god, this shit is boring. And then you keep on like putting the goal higher because obviously you want to keep growing, right? You don't want to like always do the same thing. Where's the fun in that? So at least what I did, I would always put out goals. um, and at some point, I would mainly run 45 minutes, yeah, ish. And I would try to go for an hour. I did that a few times, also because my knee would hurt. So I'm trying to like train my knee up and that kind of stuff. But I was living in the city also, and I was mainly always doing the same rounds, and I'm just like, trying to get through these 45 minutes of running, and at some point you just get bored, so I put on some music or I was listening to a podcast. And sometimes I said that very weird, by the way. I said podcast. It's podcast, right? That sounds so American, but I feel like that is the way you should pronounce it, not podcast. Or is it podcast? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you know. I don't know. The bilingual person here. Yeah. So where was I? um okay. Yeah, so you do the running, you do the same round every single day. You try podcasts, listening to music or whatnot. And for a while it helps. Sometimes it helps just listening to some angry music or very chill music or listening to a podcast and you're interesting in it, and it just the time flies by, right? But then also I discovered that it is not great for your body to like always run like the same thing, the same time. And then also if you're like me and you didn't have like the most perfect posture, or at least when you get distracted, you don't have the perfect posture. Um, it's not good for your body. It may be good for your stamina, but it's not good for your knees, for your feet, and yeah, it's just not great. And I ended up watching all of these videos of like how can I run better? How can I like stand up straight and blah 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 blah. And that works if you focus on it. And for me, a person who loses focus fairly easily, I don't know, there's other people out here that lose their focus pretty easily. Yeah, doesn't work. You end up hurting yourself or your knee, my knee in my case. So, what do I then do? Here it comes, guys. Like maybe some other people out there, I just kind of stopped. I stopped because I hated it. I always got so friggin' angry when I had to go for a run, during the run, and after the run because I was just pushing myself and I hated it. I'm like, "Ah, fuck that shit, man. That's not what I want to be doing with my time. Like, and just be angry." So, but I did get pretty interested in learning about running when I was watching these YouTube videos. And then I ended up starting to read a book about running, um, which was a very interesting book. I'm halfway through right now, so I didn't read it completely yet. But so far, the book is about this tribe. I'm gonna let you guys guess which book it is, okay? Guess in the comments. But the book is about a tribe, basically. And they live at like the big canyon. I think it's the Grand Canyon. I'm not sure. Mexico. Yeah. And they are amazing runners. They can run distances so far, so long, and they would never break a sweat. They wouldn't injure themselves. They would always be happy and smiley. And yeah, the book goes about like, yeah, they tell the story about them and how they do marathon and races and how like pro trained runners get so annoyed because they would just be running up the mountain like, yay, And basically, even though I'm only halfway through, the nitty gritty that I'm getting out of this book so far is, hey, running used to be fun. It sounds so lame when I say this, but running used to be fun. But then it didn't get fun anymore after people kept on like putting the Olympics, putting medals on them, winning prizes, marketing of shoes, trying to sell sports gear and like all that sorts of shit. Like the whole capitalistic thing about it. Let's not get into that right now. I will not do that, but basically it made, I say basically a lot. Basically a lot, yeah. I do that. Distracted again, as you see. Okay, so those people, they're not running for fun anymore. I mean, obviously I'm not talking about everybody, okay? Not everybody, but a lot of people are not God. A lot of people are not running for fun anymore. They are running to get a goal, to go to this goal and to like push themselves and to win this or to do that or to get this deal or to like everybody's super focused and like this, everybody. So whenever you go running, you automatically are like, okay, I need to do this goal. I need to do half an hour, 45 minutes, faster, faster, faster. But that's not how running started out. I mean, obviously, running started out as you needed to run to try and not be a prey of like a predator animal or something like that. But in those tribes, people are still running for fun. They're like running together with families and playing funny games and just having fun with it. There's no money involved mainly. And no like goal. There's no goal of like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. And I feel like that's where we kind of got stuck on the running part mentally. So even I got stuck on this part, right? Like I told you, I'm like constantly thinking about, oh, okay, I need to run again because it's good for me. And oh, I need to like time it with this app and I need to get better. And then you stop because it's shit. Absolutely shit. So what I did now Okay, I did this. I think I did this 2 times now. No, I did this more times. But I'll just give you like 2 examples. I'll give you 2 prime examples of some times where I implied this method that I'm gonna tell you about now. About the method, I'm gonna tell you now about a method to run and have fun. Yeah. So, okay, 2 times. So, one time that I'll tell you about was just today, actually. Today, I thought, okay, I need to get moving again. I should go do some sports, right? I need to go for a run. And I decided for the very first time to leave my phone here and not record it on any form of app. So I wouldn't know what time I would like, how long I would be running. I wouldn't know how far, how fast. I wouldn't know shit about this run. So I thought, I'm just gonna go out and I'm just gonna go run whenever I feel like running and do whatever I feel like doing. And you know what? When I get back home, I would have just moved and I would have just like, that's good for my body. That's fine. And I kind of realized if I just do this more often instead of once in the blue moon go for a run because I forced myself to go, then it is gonna eventually be way better for my body also and way more fun. So I was just running. So, okay. Focus. I wanted to run this same circle, okay? I wanted to do that circle that I told you about, not in the city this time, but another circle. So I go on the circle and I'm looking at the forest and I'm like, oh no, I wanted to do the circle. I should go for the circle. And then I thought, you know what? No, no, I'm gonna follow whatever impulse I get during this run. If it gives me pleasure, I'm gonna do it. So I ran into the forest and then I went in any direction that I felt like going. And usually I have my phone with me when I do that so I can find my way back home. But this time I didn't. I didn't care. I just trusted. I trusted I would be back home. So I went into this forest and I didn't see fairies. I was just running in the forest and it was so nice. First I stopped at a lake and there was frogs and I was just wandering around the lake and I saw them jump around. They were so cute and it made me so happy. I wandered around a bit more. I saw some people and I was like, yeah, I feel like running again. And I was like, Choo! I run really fast. And then for a bit I was like, no, I'm not feeling like it anymore. So I was just walking and then I saw like this little hill and I was decided to jump on the hill and then spin around and on the hill because it was round, and I jumped off again and then I jumped from hill to hill and I just run into the forest off of the path and trying to like dodge branches and stuff, and I was like wee 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 wee. And that's also when I realized running shoes are so annoying. They take away from the natural balance that your feet have. Yeah, might also talk about that in another video in the future, but I kind of want to go barefoot, but my feet are not there yet for barefoot runs. Still kind of hurts, although I really like to do it because I get more in touch with nature and I got more balance, and yeah, I'll get into that some other time. But yeah, it was so nice. And then I saw this tree and I thought, that looks like such a nice branch to just climb on and sit on. So I did that. And it was not a high tree. It was just like a branch and I climbed up there and I went to sit there and I just touched the tree and I was like, ended up singing and it was so nice. It was just singing and I jumped down off the tree. My knee did not like that. Sorry, knee. But it was fine, right? Yeah, and I continued running for a bit, and I feel like it might have been a short run. Also, I don't know. I have no clue when I left. I don't know, but it was fun. Like for me, I would do this again easily because it was just fun. I was just like being a kid. And yeah, the other time was also I decided to go for a run. This time I did take my phone with me. But I also decided I'm not going to do what I usually do, and I'm just going to go run whenever I want to run. I'm going to run however fast I want to run. I'm going to walk whenever I want to walk. And I'm going to stop whenever I want to stop. And that's what I did. So that was so nice because I used to have this goal of like running 45 minutes, for instance, and if I saw a beautiful nature spot where I thought, I just want to chill here for a moment, it looks so pretty, I thought, no, you gotta finish this run because otherwise it's gonna fuck with the results and you're gonna be lazy, don't do it. Being so hard on myself. And I'm like, people, stop being so hard on yourself. Let yourself enjoy. Let yourself enjoy sports. Like, wouldn't you go sport more often if you would have fun? And I'm talking mainly to those people who sport because they want to, do something good for their health. I mean, if you're completely passionate about a sport, that's different. But yeah, so that run, I was also just deciding to go for like a sprint because I was like walking and then I saw like this pole and then this tree and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna like run to my fastest that I can ever run. And I go run to that pole and I was like, oh my God, I have not run so fast since I was a little kid. I kid you not, I unlocked kid speed run. And that's fast. As a kid, I used to like be so freaking fast. I was just like forgetting how fast my feet could go if I would just pace them well. Because now I'm always like, I need to be in the rhythm and like do the most optimal energy reserve thing. So I never really run that fast. I was just flying and it was so much fun. Or I just decided to chill, stand next to a tree, and then maybe I wanted to blow the, what's it called? You got this flower when it goes white, dandelion, yeah. So I want to blow away the dandelion and just chill. And I was like, okay, now I'm gonna run. And that I ended up, I think I was out there for quite a long time. And then, okay, one more, cause you deserve it, you made it until here in this video, so I'll give you one more, but it's not about running. So I was thinking about running because I thought that I needed to do some more sports, but I was like, oh fuck's sakes, I really don't want to go running. So instead of then forcing myself to run or to not run, I thought, okay, what would I want to do? Which is like exercise. And I thought, you know what? I kind of want to do some jumping rope. And so I decided to just do whatever I felt like and then not make a whole exercise routine out of it, what I would have done otherwise, because then I thought, okay, it needs to be this perfect routine. No, I just took the jumping rope and I put on some good drum and bass music and I thought, okay, this is gonna be like me dancing but then jumping rope and it's gonna be awesome. So I did that outside and I did the jumping rope and some good drum and bass. And I'm trying to like do some moves, obviously failed because I'm not that good, but it still was vibing and I only hit my toe a few times. So I was vibing. So yeah. That's my story. So the nitty gritty of the story is, if you want to have more fun in exercising, then faff about. Just do stuff that you want to do and make games out of it and have fun with it and just try and be a little curious kid again. Channel that. Channel your inner curious little kid and go and explore and see that. Try and do sports while being in that state of mind, because it It'll make it more fun and you'll want to go move your ass a whole lot more. Here you go.